Imagine trying to compete with a company worth trillions of dollars, a company that practically controls the internet. Sounds crazy, right? But one man decided to take on this impossible challenge. This is the story of Arvind Srinivas, an Indian entrepreneur who saw a flaw in how search engines worked and decided to fix it. His startup, Perplexity AI, has grown at a mind-blowing speed, shaking up an industry dominated by Google. But how did he do it? What made Perplexity so different from Google and ChatGPT? And most importantly, can this small AI startup really challenge the tech giants? In today's video, we'll break down how Perplexity AI became the fastest growing AI startup, the smart strategy it used, and the important business lessons we can learn from it. Stay tuned, because this is one of the most exciting tech stories of recent times. In order to understand how Perplexity AI became such a big success, we need to go back to 2017. That was the year Arvind Srinivas completed his engineering degree from IIT Madras, one of India's top institutes. Like many bright minds in tech, he wasn't satisfied with just a degree. He wanted to work on something big. In 2018, he landed an internship at OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT. This wasn't just any internship. He worked directly on AI research and development, gaining hands-on experience with powerful language models. By 2019, he had the opportunity to study how search engines and AI models work together. He learned about Google's algorithms, GPT models, and the future of AI-powered search. As AI became more advanced, he started noticing major flaws in the system. AI models like ChatGPT had a serious limitation. They couldn't provide real-time information. Since they were trained on past data, they couldn't answer questions about the latest news or current events. Another big issue was the lack of source verification. When AI gave an answer, there was no way to check if it was correct. Unlike Google, which provides links to sources, AI-generated responses often lacked transparency. Arvind saw these problems as a huge opportunity. Instead of accepting AI's limitations, he wanted to fix them. That's when he came up with the idea of creating an AI-powered search engine that could provide real-time information with proper source citations. This was the beginning of Perplexity AI, a platform designed to give users instant, accurate, and verifiable answers. Now, the question was, how could a small startup compete with Google? How did Arvind manage to build something that big tech companies hadn't? That's where Perplexity's unique strategy changed everything. When it comes to AI, the biggest tech companies are always racing to build the most powerful models. Companies like Google and OpenAI invest billions of dollars in developing their own AI systems, constantly upgrading them to stay ahead. But Arvind Srinivas took a completely different approach. Instead of trying to compete with these giants by building a new AI model from scratch, he did something smarter. He used their own technology against them. Unlike Google or OpenAI, Perplexity AI didn't build its own large language model. Instead, it integrated the best existing AI models into its platform. While other companies were spending time and money on improving their models, Perplexity was simply choosing the best available one at any given time. This allowed it to stay ahead without having to invest in expensive AI research. But the real genius of Perplexity AI was in how it combined AI with a traditional search engine. Normally, if you ask ChatGPT about today's news, it can't give you an accurate answer because it doesn't have access to the latest data. Perplexity solved this problem by acting as a bridge between AI models and live search results. When a user asked a question, Perplexity wouldn't just rely on AI. It would first pull information from real-time sources on the internet, then use AI to generate a well-structured answer. This ensured that responses were always up to date and backed by verified sources. This strategy gave Perplexity three major advantages. First, it never had to worry about outdated AI models because it was always using live data. Second, it gave users the flexibility to choose the AI model that worked best for them rather than being locked into just one. And third, it avoided the legal risks that companies like OpenAI were facing. since Perplexity wasn't creating the content itself. It was simply sourcing information from publicly available data. By taking this approach, Perplexity AI didn't just survive in a market dominated by tech giants, it thrived. The company's smart use of AI and search technology quickly made it one of the fastest growing startups in the industry. But its success didn't go unnoticed. As Perplexity AI gained more attention, big tech companies started to realize that they had a serious competitor on their hands. The question now was, how would Google and OpenAI respond? Could they fight back against this new challenger? Or had Arvind Srinivas found a weakness in their business model that they couldn't fix? Perplexity AI's unique approach didn't just set it apart from competitors, it turned it into one of the fastest growing AI startups in history. While big tech companies were spending billions on developing AI models, Perplexity was moving fast and scaling even faster. Investors quickly saw its potential, and in just 1 year, its valuation skyrocketed. In January 2024, Nvidia invested in Perplexity AI, pushing its valuation to $520 million. Just 3 months later, in April 2024, the company launched Enterprise Pro, a premium AI-powered search solution for businesses. This move pushed its valuation past $1 billion, officially making Perplexity a unicorn startup. But things didn't stop there. In June 2024, SoftBank, one of the biggest tech investors in the world, poured money into Perplexity. This investment tripled its valuation in just 2 months, and by December 2024, the company was valued at a staggering $9 billion. In just 1 year, Perplexity's valuation had grown 177 times, making it one of the most successful AI startups ever. This rapid success put Perplexity AI in direct competition with Google and OpenAI. While Google had dominated search for decades, it was now facing a new kind of challenge, one it wasn't fully prepared for. Google's AI models, like Gemini, were powerful, but they had limitations. Since Google had to protect its reputation and business model, it couldn't fully integrate AI-powered search in the same way Perplexity did. OpenAI faced similar issues as it relied heavily on AI-generated content without offering proper source verification. Perplexity's growth also raised an important question. Could this small startup actually take market share away from Google? The search engine business is incredibly competitive, and Google had built its empire through strategic partnerships. For example, Apple's Safari browser receives billions of dollars every year from Google to keep it as the default search engine. If Perplexity wanted to truly challenge Google, it would have to break into the browser market or find a way to become the preferred search tool for users. Rumors began circulating that OpenAI was working on its own search engine to compete with both Google and Perplexity. If that happened, the battle for AI-powered search would become even more intense. But while Google and OpenAI were figuring out their next moves, Perplexity was already several steps ahead. Its flexible approach, using the best AI models, integrating real-time search, and offering transparent sources, had given it a serious advantage. But can Perplexity truly replace Google? History shows even giants like Yahoo and Nokia fell when they failed to innovate. While Google still dominates, Perplexity has forced big tech to rethink AI search. So, is this the beginning of Google's decline or just another challenger in its shadow? What do you think? Let us know in comments. Hit the like button and do share our video with your friends. Thanks for watching.